All right, Dawg,
Normally,
you wanted the
boss,
open? Take it.
normally, boss, you'd be the one to open this show, but with this being the season 12 finale, I figured I would open. It has been
Go with it.
crazy to be a part. It's been crazy to be a part of this show for 12 seasons, and it started with the Dark Knight putting us together,
Yep.
and I have made so many amazing friends along the way. Victor, of course, the right hand of this party, the EP of all EPs, whose blueprint I'm still using, Cole
Oh, we all
Johnson.
are.
Playmaker's been in this party. Deb, Allie, Matt Taylor, who's going to be joining us after we roll the intro. Wayne Larrabee, you name it. The people we have had on this show. When we
Man,
started
okay.
it, and when I jumped on board, I didn't know where the hell this was going to go. I truly didn't, but I wanted to be along for the ride because I knew something special was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'll be damned if we ain't got something working. And with season 13 around the corner, it's only going to get bigger, it's only going to get better, and it's only going to get crazier from here. So with that being said, for the final time in season 12, boss, let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
For the final time in season 12, I don't know, hit those steel batting. Let's go.
For the final time in season 12. Good morning and welcome one and all to the fabulous, fantastic football Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning for the final time in our 12th season. And I'll tell you what.
Yes, Dietz, really. I'm going to respond to this right now. Yes, Dietz, really.
Oh, absolutely.
What? I can't wax poetic?
Let's go.
I was talking about how somebody was left off that list.
Oh, Dietz, come on here. You think I can talk about you without going into about 25 minutes of the BS we deal with?
Yeah, we all would. Okay, listen, we got to get going because someone special is waiting for us. This is a very dear friend and one of the co-hosts of the Colts Corner, along with yours truly. Please help me welcome the fabulous voice of the Indianapolis Colts, the one and only Matt Taylor. Good morning, Matt. How are you?
What up, boys? Good to be with you.
Matt?
Hey, I don't know what the hell I just watched or heard, but that was insane.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a normal occurrence when I open the show.
Wow.
This and Matt, special occasion. First of all, thank you for being with us for what is now your 4th season of Colts coverage with us here on Snowman Multimedia and Snowman in the Morning. The finale of season 12. We got Matt Taylor here.
What are you guys? You guys just taking the summer off? Is that it? Like, it's just like are you guys the cast of Friends? Is that it?
We're cycling into the new season next week.
Okay. Yeah, Monday starts
Come on,
season
come on,
13.
Matt. No days off.
I guess
around here.
it's the end of the fiscal year, I guess, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Matt.
No days
Close
off,
the
man.
books.
No days off.
Matt, speaking of the
Dude.
end of the year, speaking of the end and the end of the year, how crazy is this week for the Colts and for pretty much every NFL team as they try to scramble to 53?
Oh, it's psychotic. I mean, these guys have been together now for 4 months, dating back to April at the end of the draft, right? You get things kind of settle down a little bit on undrafted free agency, and then you got rookie minicamp, and then OTAs, and mandatory minicamp, and joint practices, and training camp, and preseason games. I mean, these guys have been bonding together now for a very long time. And I always say, like, the first time you step on that practice field and you see the 53-man roster compared to 4 months of a 90-man roster, you're like, where the heck did everybody go? Is everybody sick? Did they call in today? Because it looks so small compared to what you've been used to. But yeah, you're going to play the game tomorrow, and then you're going to go from 90 to 53 coming up Sunday by 6 o'clock. So you're going to have 1,100 plus players across the NFL that initially, anyways, don't realize their dreams of making an NFL active roster. You're still going to have practice squads and the waiver wires and things like that. But yeah, it is a crazy, hectic weekend here coming up starting tomorroh.
It is
Now
crazy.
the Colts, do the Colts have anybody planning to go back to college?
Just me, because I can tap into that NIL money. Because I'm a huge marketer. People are banging down my doorstep to sell cars and buy pizzas.
Damn it, Dietz! Really? We're gonna kick the party off like that?
I'm gonna get you for that, Dees. Matt Taylor, the voice of the Colts, joining us here, talking about the final week of preseason, going from 90 to 53. And if you could tell us a couple of players in training camp that have stood out to you, who are those players on either side of the ball and why?
Yeah, I think you're destined for big roles for Seth McGowan. He's going to be the backup running back, I think, behind Jonathan Taylor. Jalen Carlisle is at linebacker. He's squarely in the mix to have a big role on defense. I think he's going to be initially, anyways, the Colts' best athletic coverage in the pass game linebacker. Bryce Betcher, I think, is going to have a role at linebacker too. A.J. Halsey, a rookie out of LSU, he's probably going to be a starting strong safety. So that's been some of the fun. That's some of the fun parts of training camp here, is just to see some of these guys emerge into roles. And these guys were on our radars to begin with, but it's really taken the last 4 or 5 weeks for these guys to settle into those roles going into the season. I think McGowan's going to be your primary running back, or primary backup running back, I should say, behind Jonathan Taylor. Your offensive line is pretty much solidified. You got 4 or 5 guys there returning from last year. So I think training camp has solidified some spots that you had questions going into the summer with, and then those are some of the answers that have been unearthed in the last month or so.
The big part for me is the offensive line, because by the time we got midway through the second half of the season, they were getting beat up and they were getting injured very badly. Now to have that solid going into not just the final preseason game, but going into the season, how big is it for the Colts to play all 17 with a solid and useful offensive line to open the holes for Taylor and protect Daniel Jones?
Well, I mean, it's obviously that's what you want ideally, but in reality, it's probably not going to happen. I mean, the war of attrition along the offensive line, it hits every team. And I always say that depth on the offensive line is like bullpen depth in baseball. Everybody needs it, not a lot of it, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the Colts are trying to find answers, who's going to be that swing tackle to play either the right or left side in a pinch, who's going to be the primary interior backup offensive lineman. I think that question's probably, as of right now, going to be Jalen Farmer out of Kentucky. So, I mean, I know it wasn't pretty the other day against the Falcons, but most backup offensive lines are kind of choppy, a little bit uneven playing in a preseason game. So it really wasn't all that surprising the other day, but that is a big question and something the Colts are still going to be in search of throughout the course of the season. And that's just it. Like, it goes back to the first question you asked me, going from 90 to 53, just because you make the active roster on Sunday night, Monday morning, doesn't mean you're going to be here for 17 weeks. You know, you're going to be competing probably with the waiver wire in some cases for a lot of the season, as a lot of teams are. You know, you might be, you know, have a strength at this position, so you have to cut some really good players at that spot, and that's when other teams try to feast on some of the talent that might be made available to them through the transaction wires.
And
I would say it's more like having a great pinch hitter. Like it's something you're glad to have, but you don't want to use them.
Right.
I want to use my pinch. What the hell baseball you watching? I want to use my pinch hitters all the time in those late innings. You don't want to have to rely on them, because if you have to rely on them, it means something bad's happened.
Yeah.
It means it's gone bad before, and now you're relying on this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt,
don't take my metaphors away from me. I spend a lot of time on my analogies, though. Here, okay?
Matt,
take it easy.
Matt, he's a Cowboys fan. You have to forgive him.
Hey,
really?
Cowboys got that swing. Cowboys probably have the best swing lineman for the last 10 years, because they always have the best 7th offensive lineman.
Yeah. Detroit is the final preseason opponent for the Colts this weekend, and you get a chance to see them. And then it's really psychotic, as you said, Matt, going from 90 to 53. We're going to let you go here in a moment, but let me throw some love at you for taking it.
And I think we lost him.
And I just want to say thank you for taking a chance. I just want to say thank you for taking a chance on us. Thank you for taking a chance on this show as we head into season 13 and your 4th season with us. You're a great friend. And folks, I met this man on Twitter, and I messaged him, and I said, I'd love to have you, because I'm a play-by-play announcer myself, and I do have my segment Mike to Mike, which I'm going to revive in 2 weeks. And I said, I'd love to have you to talk about the Colts. 5 minutes later, he says, yeah, let's do it. 4 seasons later, here he is, still hanging out with us. Matt Taylor, the fabulous voice of the Indianapolis Colts. The Lions are the final preseason opponent, and then in 2 weeks' time, the season kicks off. He'll have the call over the Colts radio network, and of course, I'll have coverage here in studio. Matt, my friend, I love you. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, and thanks for the last 3 seasons, going into the 4th season of you hanging out with us for football.
Not a problem, guys. Always good to be with you. Have a great weekend coming up.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Matt.
Best of luck,
you guys.
Season.
Matt Taylor, the voice of the Colts, joining us as we are just flying right along. It's the finale of season 12, and a lot of these elements are going to change, and someone's not here.
Who's
We're
not
missing
here?
somebody.
Well, bring them in.
Victor's not here.
Oh.
Tell you what, let's take a break. I'll have you get a hold of him, and then
Doing it right now.
And we're just going to have fun as we close out season 12, continue to close out season 12. And I'm going to pick on this guy when y'all get back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry, what are these things called?
Spices?
Spices, thank you. My brain went bleh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Deej,
dealing with
you
that
ain't
way.
right. You ain't wrong, but you ain't right.
Yeah.
19 after the hour. I said I'd pick on Dietz. I'll do that in just a moment. We want to welcome one of the newest members of the Snow Crew. Goes by the ID of Zero, and he joins us right now. What's going on, man? How are you?
Oh boy, where do I begin? Let's see. I have to deal with,
here comes the chaos.
This guy over here who likes the wrong Chicago team. I have to deal with people talking all sorts of. I'm sorry. I have to deal with the fact that Ohio State's #1 again when they never deserve it. I don't care what anyone says.
This is true. I believe that we're gonna get to all of that. But
oh God, here comes the chaos.
The friendship with Zero and I began and still is because he loves the Cubs and I love the White Sox. So I got to share this story before we go on. I got to share this story with Zero. When I lived in LaPorte, Indiana, and Dawg, you know this very well.
Yep.
I was surrounded by Cub fans. And it got to Game 7 of the World Series between the Cubs and the Cleveland Indians. And I will forever call them the Cleveland Indians.
I remember
that's what
that
they were
series.
at the time, so I'll give you that one.
Say it again.
It don't matter.
I said that's what they were at the time, so I'll give you that one.
Yeah, they're the Cleveland Indians as far as I'm concerned. So
no, they're the Cleveland Browns.
Given the way they're playing right now, yeah. But here's what happened. Game 7, I knew was going to be a blank show. Got to be nice with all our stations hanging out with us this morning. I knew what kind of show that was going to be. So I ordered 3 large pizzas and a ton of beer, and of course, all the caffeine that I would need. But I told myself, I'm not watching or listening to any parts of Game 7. But if I did, 2 of my favorite radio announcers, Pat Hughes for the Cubs, who I've had on the show, and Tom Hamilton, the voice of the Cleveland Indians. You know what, Zero? I was prepared to say congratulations, Cleveland Indians, and I was really apoplectic about that because they're in our division. Then the 10th inning happened.
That 10th inning.
Yes.
I'll tell you this now. Let me say this now.
Cinema.
That rain delay won us the game. I will stand by that forever.
I'll stand by that. And I'm a White Sox fan. I'll stand by that. So did Jason Hayward. But the funny part is, when the last out happened, everybody except me came out of nowhere. It was, as I often like to say jokingly, a Cub-pocalypse. Because
that's
every
kind of apocalypse.
Yeah, it is. Because every Cub fan that I knew in that area came out with fireworks and guns and streamers, and it was snowing.
Can you blame them? It had been what,
No.
108 years?
I cannot. I mean, we did the same thing after we celebrated our title in 2005. But
the crazy parts about that 05 run.
Listen,
I
ate
on the
every
marquee.
Congratulations, Chicago White Sox.
Right.
But I wanted to share that with Zero before we get going here. 23 after the hour. And week 0 is here in college football, but something else is here. And Dietz brought this up in an article that he forwarded to us, and I had a chance to read some of it. I had a chance to scan it because we got it at the last minute. So I'm going to hand this section to Dietz, and I'm going to let him break it down. Let's go.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Dietz.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
Watching that clip makes that this one has a chance sounds so ridiculous.
That's why it's in there. That's the sole reason I told Cole to put it in there, because it's the most ridiculous call of all time.
This one has a chance to do what? Not come out of orbit?
I mean, it was way
to be returned from Pluto.
That ball was out of the solar system before that was out of the solar system before Howie Rose even had a chance to utter the phrase. All right, Dietz, you have
Victor,
the floor.
get it right. Victor, get it right. It became Pluto.
It became Pluto. Gotcha.
It became the 10th planet the way that was drafted. Dietz, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about. We're going to talk about more about this story coming up. We'll talk about it a lot when Allie comes on, because we have to pray. We have to give praise to the NCAA for doing something actually right and for a change.
Wait,
which
that
is
can happen?
Crazy,
right?
Which is crazy.
Actually happened.
Where's Dolomite?
Which is wild.
Wait. Victor made a request. And if I can find him, I think Victor's looking for this.
Yeah,
so what happened?
Go.
They act. I mean, we talked about this. We talked about this on Monday, and it pretty much shut the show down. That there were NFL players that were signed to NFL rosters that were planning on going back to college.
Right.
And you have to commend the NCAA and the SEC and the other power conferences, because we shut the show down on Monday.
We did.
By Tuesday afternoon, not even 36 hours later, all 5 conferences and the NCAA said, this isn't happening, and they shut it down.
Good.
They came out with a ruling to shut it down immediately. And think about that, and we'll bring this up with I'll bring this up with Allie again. Think about that for a minute. A problem happened, less than 36 hours, it was stalled.
Kathy Engelbert, take notice.
Right.
The WNBA still has not declared what a woman is. And we've been talking about this for a month.
Oh, don't get me started.
We've been talking about this for
But
long.
just think about that. That is how competent people work. Competent people, when a problem arises, they don't wait to have it. They come out and they take it right on. Now, that's the commendable part for the NCAA. And since then, all hell's broken loose because of 4 things. And there are things that we cannot that we need to highlight, and we need to get everybody needs to be aware of this judge in Dallas that has made this ruling. Activist judges need to be they need to be taken care of. This guy has no idea what he's just done. And he has set the precedent that the NCAA and the conferences do not have a say in who gets to join them. That is wild. That is a wild ruling. Now, why does he get to say that? He gets to say that because the NCAA did something that we have talked about. I have talked about on this show for a long time now. Of people come up with a rule, they make a saying, and this goes. And Damien, I hope you're listening. This crosses over into politics too. People make rules, they make laws, they make decisions, and they go, "Hey, this is a great idea. Let's do it." And then somebody comes in and says, "Hey, what happens if that gets taken advantage of? What happens if this scenario happens?" And they brush it off because they really want to get that done. They really want that. They say, "Oh, that's not going to happen. We're not going to worry about it." Yeah. And then said thing that was not supposed to happen happens, and they have no recourse for it.
Kathy Engelbert, take notes.
That's what happened here. And what happened here is the NCAA made a ruling that said that people would be eligible for a 5th year of that you could apply for a 5th year of eligibility if you met certain requirements. Now, it used to be you only have 4 years. You know, once you start your college career, you have 5 years to complete it. And if you complete 4, you're done. But if you get injured, there's another.
Then you have that redshirt year.
You have 5 years to complete 4 seasons.
Yeah.
It's that what the NCAA said is, look, we're going to expand that to you have 5 years because you can redshirt. So basically, you can redshirt twice. Basically, if you redshirt, because what it comes down to is if you freshman redshirt. If you get a redshirt your freshman year, and then you play your sophomore year, and then you have a catastrophic injury, you can be granted a medical redshirt and still play. And still get your full 4 years.
All right.
As long as it's within that 5-year window.
Within the 5.
So that was basically what the ruling was. The ruling was basically, hey, if you get injured, you don't have to cut short your career because you tore your ACL or whatever.
Right.
So that's what it was protecting against. Again, great. But then when people saw this rule and said, "Well, wait, what about people who still have eligibility? Are they allowed to come back?" And people said, and people at the time raised those questions. And people answered it with, "Oh, that doesn't happen. Once people go to the NFL, they stay in the NFL."
Right.
Oh,
until it doesn't.
Until
and now you're seeing, well, that was not such a crazy conspiracy theory because it's happening now, and they had no there was
no
nothing
recourse.
written for it. So the reason this judge was able to rule that players are able to come back is because this rule didn't go, the NCAA rule didn't come out until after players had to declare for the NFL draft. So what this judge basically said is, hey, this rule didn't exist. So these guys made a decision based on a rule that would have kept them in college. And he even says it. This is why this is wild. And he says it in his, I don't know what they call him, but in his ruling, he actually says they might have made a different decision had they known this. And what you might have done, should not have any effect. It should be, what did you do? What did you declare for the NFL draft? Yes, then you're not eligible for college. Like, you're not eligible to play college football. Did you go to training camp did you go to a training camp with an NFL team? This goes back to personal accountability.
Yeah.
You made a decision. Your decision was to go to the NFL draft. You didn't get drafted, but you got on a team and you had a chance to make a team and you didn't make the team. You didn't make the cut. Sorry, it happens. It happens to a bunch of people, but you know what?
Yeah.
There's people that have been cut from practice squads, gone on, signed with other teams, and been and have worked their way into stardom. Okay? So to sit there and say, well, the only recourse for them is to go back to school, that's not true. That's not true. So what I read this as is this is a perfect storm of this. It's a perfect storm of this rule, this new rule coming into play. These guys, the rule not coming in the proper time,
right?
And these guys not making a roster. It was all a perfect storm. That being said, telling leagues that they cannot police their own backyard, that is where I have a problem. That is where I have a big problem with what this judge is doing.
Well, CFL is also a thing too.
We already saw this with the Brendan What's going to happen? And with Brendan Sorsby, look what happened with Brendan Sorsby. The judge issued an injunction. He was allowed to go back to Texas Tech. What happened? The entire SEC said we're not playing Texas Tech ever.
No.
Softball teams were saying we're not scheduling Texas Tech ever. This is never happening. If one of these guys that went to the NFL and comes back to college and he is on a college football team, I can guarantee you right now there is going to be hell to pay. And
there's hell to pay right now.
It might not be this year. It might not be this year because schedules are way too hard to redo. But I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if one of these teams says, you know what? No, we're not. LSU. I mean, it would take balls. It would take balls, and maybe Clemson and Dabo Swinney have them. If LSU is one of these teams that pulls it off, and they have to play a game, against LSU in 2 weeks. If they say, hell no, we're not going. We're not doing it. Everybody would, all the shills would probably get on Clemson and say, oh, Clemson's scared to play LSU. I would say, good job, Clemson. I'd say, Clemson, you did the right thing. You're doing the right thing. If you have a chance to get out of that game, get out of the game. Get out of the game. If one of these, if this happens, teams just need to go, we're not playing them. If they can go, they can be eligible for school all they want. If nobody's gonna play them, they ain't playing.
Then right. And
so
it would. Why they wouldn't get out of why they wouldn't get out of it though. I totally agree with you, because as I've said often, I'm old and I'm old school. You get 5 years to complete 4 seasons of play. If you have a catastrophic injury, and Lord knows that we all have seen them. We've all seen them throughout the course of not just college football, college sports.
Experienced them.
Same. Seen them, seen.
But again, that ruling, that's not a terrible ruling. But
no. The ruling.
That's not a terrible. It's not a terrible thing to say.
Right.
Hey, if a guy does have a catastrophic injury, we'll grant them some more time.
That part I agree with.
The problem is They didn't have a mechanism in there to say
they didn't have
once you are a professional, you are no longer involved. They didn't have that.
They didn't have that. They didn't have that language. It's something you talk about a lot, D. It's something you and I talk about a lot over the year. They didn't have that language in there. Okay,
right.
They didn't have that particular piece.
They didn't add it until Monday when this chaos blew up.
No,
that's when they added the language.
Let's go to the
Dog.
Dawg.
What this judge. That's basically what this ruling is saying. This ruling is saying you can't add to the rule after something happened. You can't hold people accountable to a ruling that you made up after the fact.
Yeah.
So in a way, I see what the judge is saying, but by doing that, you are opening up a precedent to where it's the Wild West. You're opening up a can of worms that I don't think they're even close to aware of. That people and look,
so tell me about this. Tell me about give me an example. I want to understand it even further as we go further into this, Deets. So do me a favor. Give me an example of the can of worms that this could open. And the reason I'm asking Deets to do this, we do a lot of studying here on the show, but there are times, hold on, Deets, but there are times that it doesn't, I have to admit this aloud, that it doesn't click with me as much as I study. So Deets, give me a quick example of this so I can understand it.
Oh, it would be a guy goes undrafted, goes to camp, gets cut, and goes back to play at any school. A guy who's already been out comes back in and is allowed to play. Well, that guy's not accounted. That guy hasn't been accounted for all year. And for anybody who knows, for coaching, let's just take LSU because they're the ones at the big thing. Let's say, and I forget the guy's name. It's like Daquan something. I don't really care.
Wilson, I think. Daquan
White, I think, something like
White.
that.
Okay, thank you, Dawg.
Something, but let's say he goes back and LSU says, "Yeah, we'll take you on the roster," and he's allowed to play. Well, that's a week before. Clemson's been preparing for LSU for
4 weeks,
for months now. Now,
yeah,
they've been preparing all off season and pretty much gearing up in training camps and whatnot. And now all of a sudden, there's a guy who has eligibility, but he was in the NFL and he's allowed to play. He's allowed to play with college kids.
Yeah,
none of that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. What about what happens? What happens in a scenario? What happens if a guy is cut? In January. What happens if a guy is on a practice squad for the entire season? For the entire NFL season has been on, and in January something happens, they have to cut him, they have to sign somebody else. He's been on a practice squad with NFL players, and right before the college football playoff, he gets cut from an NFL roster, and a team says, "Hey, come on our team." What's to stop that? There's no language there to stop anyone from doing that. So basically, you can just go to an NFL practice squad and go, "Who's got eligibility? You're on our team. You're on our team for the college football playoff."
Let me go to the Dawg. Dawg's got a couple points to make.
That's not sports. That's not how it is supposed to work.
But here's
go
the
ahead,
thing.
Dawg.
I've got 2 points. First one is you brought up Clemson, LSU, and say this thing does take off, and Clemson says, "Yeah, no, we're not playing." What about the TV deal? What about the contracts the TV has for all these games?
Especially with the conference.
Going to affect it?
Let me add to that, Dawg. Especially with the conferences now, having their own network. SEC network, ACC network, once upon a time the Pac-12 network. How would that?
Pac-12 is now going to be on, I think, either TNT or USA.
Okay.
Well, again, it would come down to they would have to work that out. I'm sure Clemson would get. I'm sure ESPN or whoever's broadcasting the game would find the hell out of them.
Mm-hmm.
They would. I'm sure they would find the hell out of them for not playing the game. There would be consequence. There would be a lot of consequences should they not do it. But again, I would apply. I would understand them being like, you know what, it's a week before, we kind of have to suck it up.
Yep.
But I would stand up and applaud them, and I would definitely champion them not playing the game. If they came out and said, if this guy's on the team, we're not playing.
But
I would have no problem.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Would the fine be worth the risk?
I think that would speak. I think that would speak volume, and I think it would be totally worth. I think they would make out. I think they would make out in the long run, because people in the short term, they would get hammered.
Mm-hmm.
But when people look back and they're like, why did this rule change? It would be because Clemson didn't play a game. And that would be the legacy. That would be the legacy that they would leave.
Now,
hang tight a minute, Dawg. Hang tight a minute. Hang tight a minute. Zero, give me your thoughts on this situation. What do you think?
Okay. So simply put, let me see if I understand this correctly. People are just coming back to the NCAA because they can.
Because they have 1 year left of eligibility, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you have 1 year left of eligibility, just use it in the college ranks and then go into the draft. The only reason you're going into the draft early is because you have an overinflated opinion of yourself, and you think you're going to get drafted. You think you're going to get that. You think you're going to get that NFL
I
money.
love that.
Okay,
I love that.
You're not ready. If you don't take your full years, unless you're an absolute prodigy, you are not ready. And even if you're an absolute prodigy, you may not be ready for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the end of the day, here's the now. At the end of the day, this rule is going to backfire on that judge. I'm going to say that now, because here's what's going to happen. Like you said, Clemson is going to refuse to play LSU. Multiple teams are going to refuse to do this, and it's going to be like, okay, you get enough people yelling about it and screaming about it and saying, no, we're not going to take this. Eventually, the NCAA is going to have to cave, because they're going to lose that precious TV revenue. And when you lose that precious TV revenue and lose those precious ratings, they're going to come down on whoever caused it. And everyone's going to point the finger at whoever took that guy back.
Well, also
that's how it's going to happen.
Also,
Victor, go ahead.
Also, consideration of this. I asked this. What was it? The year before last in the draft, because you know who was in the draft.
Right.
Who was in the draft? Shedeur Sanders. And I said, if he doesn't get drafted, would he go back to Colorado? But I think he's already done with 4 years, right? Or was he?
Yeah, because he played 2 at Jackson State and 2 at Colorado.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't have any eligibility left, and that rule didn't. And that rule that says they could come back, that didn't exist.
Was not.
That
didn't
exist. That
rule
did not come into play until February of 26.
So, now here's the thing. Here's my second point about this. College ball used to be all about it being amateur, but with the whole NIL deals and everything else, that's completely
everybody's getting paid. Everybody's getting paid.
So, quite frankly, what's the difference between college ball and signing a contract with the NFL?
It's like
devil's advocate in a way that I'm playing this, but what exactly is the difference?
It's exactly what it's like what happens in Dawg. Since you're a wrestling fan, you know where I'm going to go. It's like when you see a lot of wrestlers go from the main roster back to NXT. They go from NXT to the main roster, and then for reason they just end up back on NXT. It's like, wait a minute, this is a developmental program.
Yep.
Yeah.
You should be staying in the main roster.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're still getting paid.
I'm gonna interject there. That's an apples to oranges point.
The only difference is, Victor. The big difference, Victor, is the WWE owns both. So it doesn't make a difference.
Hold on, I gotta interject here.
Go on, Zero.
Here's the thing. The NFL and NCAA thing versus the WWE and NXT thing. That's an apples and oranges thing, and here's the reason why. Because in professional wrestling, it's like they go back. Sometimes they just go back to NXT to like redefine what they want to do with their character or their style or whatever. But that's
Drew
that's something
McIntyre,
that
Baron
you can
Corbin.
reasonably expect. Whereas you're asking that, whereas the NFL and the NCAA are again two different organizations already, and on top of that, you're asking this isn't about getting further development. This is just somebody trying to get an extra payday when they realistically shouldn't be getting it. Sorry you didn't make the cut, buddy. That's all it is. Whereas again in WWE and NXT, it's just like there's a million different things that could be going on with that.
Yeah.
In professional wrestling, it's completely different.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I think those things you can still learn in the main roster. You don't have to go back to NXT to learn how to change your character.
And Victor, that's the way I was thinking. That's the way I was thinking.
If you
get called. I'll use baseball. If you get called to the majors, I mean, let's just say you dominate every minor league, single A, double A, triple A, whatever, and you get called to the majors and you have a rotten debut, and at the last minute, they decide not to send you down to the minors. They said, you know what? Let's let this kid learn
in the majors,
figure it out on the major league roster. Tristan Peters, anybody?
Sink or swim.
Sink or swim.
But here's the problem.
That was
George Lombard Jr. Anybody?
No, because that's not true. That's not real. And there's millions of I mean, it's why we have September call-ups. People get September call-up all the time. Guess what? They get called up. They play at the major league level. Guess where they start the next year?
Down in the minors.
Back at double A and triple A. I mean,
you're right.
You're right. It happens all the time in baseball.
Yeah.
You can get called up because somebody got injured. Hey, there's an injury. There's a spot on the major league roster.
This is true.
We brought this prospect up. Then they realize when that guy comes back, hey, we got this prospect here.
Right.
He's not getting any playing time. Send him back down to AAA, so at least he gets 5 at bats. He gets his 5 at bats a game. Rather than getting maybe 2 at bats.
Then I'll give you the next best app comparison that I can think of then, and that's NASCAR. We have had Cup guys drop down all the way to the truck level to either learn tracks or get more seat time or whatever, and then jump back in the Cup car that same weekend. So I mean, yes. There have been guys who have done the triple. Kyle Busch won the triple at Bristol twice in his career.
Okay.
Tony Stewart used to do it all the time.
I'll ask this
Tony
question.
used to do it.
Ultimately, I want to make a point.
That's where I'm thinking on this one.
Ultimately, my big point is like when you're trying to compare. When we were bringing up the WWE point earlier, you're comparing unscripted sports versus scripted sports entertainment, and those require 2 entirely different skill sets and ultimately are 2 very different things. That's not a good comparison, which is the ultimate point I was trying to make.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, again,
I disagree, but
you look at the fact of what they've done with NASCAR. Shane Van Gisbergen, best example I can think of because it was the most recent thing. He ran the race at but North Wilkesboro, the truck race. Finished 4th. Drove the Cup car, same weekend, same track, 400 laps, and finished 5th.
Yeah.
So there you go. You can still learn going back down. It's just a matter of going from there. So I mean, again, you want to play devil's advocate for this one. It's another learning curve.
Yeah, no. Look, if you want college football to be the minor, if you want that to be the minor leagues, that's fine. Come out and say, this is what we want college football to be. We want it to be the minor leagues. We want people to be able to, hey, if you come on and you practice with our team for an entire month and you play our preseason games and you've played in preseason games, you suited up in our uniform. Hey, you can go, but you can just leave us and go back to school. What? None of that makes sense. None of that makes sense. And for like people who want, like, why would you take on that? I don't understand why you would take them on other than, hey, I coach this guy. He's got nowhere to go. Come on and play with us because you have eligibility. So, but in the long run of things, this is only a this year problem.
Okay.
This is a this year problem because, and it's because that ruling came out after the NFL draft after Declaration Day.
Okay.
If this rule had been made, if this ruling had been put in either before or after, where these guys had a decision to make and they made the decision, then there would be no standing. But what they've said is basically what they've basically said, and their argument to this is, hey, we would have chosen to stay had we had the option, but we didn't have the option. The option was granted a month later when, and that's basically what this comes down to, is the timing of this just didn't play out, which is weird and strange, and it causes all of these kinds of discussions. But again, it goes back to the fundamental thing we've been talking about. When this was proposed and people said, hey, this can be exploited, people said, no one's going to do that. And then they did.
If there's potential for exploitation will happen.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, but I don't think it matters now because that's the situation. It also, like, why not the CFL? If you don't get called up in the NFL.
Well, CFL has its own. I'll stop that right there, Victor, and I'll tell you why. CFL has its own, not just its own rules, but its own governing body. I know a couple of players that have gone on to the CFL, and they don't just grab players from the NFL just to grab them. Okay? I've talked with Rod Peterson about this, and I might have him on to talk about this very subject pretty soon.
But also,
because y'all bring up some great points.
CFL is not. It's not a viable. It's
not.
That is not as viable an option as playing another season at LSU is way more lucrative than playing in the CFL.
What about the UFL? What about the UFL then?
That's not going to be. I'll stop you there. It's going to be
same thing. The UFL is even worse than the CFL.
The UFL is not sustainable. It's not, and it's not
nobody cares
about the
UFL.
And it's not going to be sustainable. So as Dietz said a moment ago, it is not a viable option.
It's just not. It's not a viable option. There has been zero. I can't even think of one. And there's probably a few that have made it. That I'm sure they have that have made it to NFL rosters from the UFL. There's not many. I mean, I would have to ask Shady. He probably knows how many. He probably has them all. He probably has them charted on his wall.
The only player I know of that's currently on a roster that played in the XFL, USFL, UFL combo is Cavante Turpin.
Jake Bates.
Jake Bates. Okay, there's a kicker. Jake Bates.
Jake Bates for the Lions. That was the
only.
But then again,
that was the
Jake
only
Bates
two players that I knew of.
But then again, Jake Bates isn't being used because look who his coach is.
Yeah, he's a kicker. God. He's a kicker for the Lions.
Yeah,
he's got
he's kicker for the Lions.
Job in the world.
Yep. You are so.
We're not getting into this. That is a whole rant. You do not want me going on.
Wait. Let me have a little before we go to break.
Wait, you mean Zero? You're not going to go for it on fourth down here?
All right. Are you sure?
Okay, hold on. Let me get Zero's rant in here, and I hate to bring up. I hate to bring up.
I was going to say, by the way, there are 13 players that are notable that have gone from the UFL to NFL.
Yeah,
this season alone.
Let's just please keep it clean because
I know Zero could go on a rant and a half.
I'll keep it clean.
Well,
okay, let me. I'll throw Zero a bone here for a few minutes before we go to the top of the hour. The scene of the crime is Levi's Stadium. Situation: NFC Championship.
Here we go again.
I'm throwing Zero. I'm throwing you a bone. Let me set this up for you. I'm throwing him a bone.
Of course you go with that one.
No, look.
Dietz just walks off like Notre Dame.
Instead of quit.
You know, I thought Zero would walk off after I bring this up.
Go ahead.
Bring this up, but the reason I'm bringing this up, Zero has said several times, "Don't let me on the air with a Lions rant." I am throwing him a bone the size of Ford Field. Okay,
that's a pretty big bone.
I know.
And just so you know, Zero, 2 years
what did I just
prior, I said the Lions were going to be on the upswing because of how well they're running the football.
Yep.
The problem that I didn't take account of is that their coach would think running the football on every down was going to work.
Zero, go with it. Okay.
Okay. So let me
just go with it.
Here's the thing.
You know what? Y'all know what happened. It was 20. Y'all know what happened. It was 24-7. They lose 34-31, and 2 4th down gambles did not pay off and resulted in 10 points.
But
and
here's the thing.
I'll roll the red
thing
carpet
I'm
for
going to
Zero.
say is like that is exactly what they were gambles. And ultimately,
Right.
yes, Dan Campbell's a gambling man, and it can when it works, he's a genius. When it doesn't, he's a moron. That's what everyone loves to say. At the end of the day, and here's the thing: say what you will about Dan Campbell go gambling about this. Say what you will. I would not trade that man for any other coach that the Lions have had in the past decade and a half.
Fair. That's fair.
Fair. Very fair. That's very
ever
fair.
since the 0-16 season, there has not been a single good coach.
No, there hasn't.
Behind the Lions who believed in the Lions like Dan Campbell has. Yes, Dan
Right.
Campbell has taken risks. Yes, he has made some bad decisions. But
Right.
ultimately, he still has been the best coach that the Lions have seen in like 2 decades. And if you don't agree with that, I'm sorry, you are just blind.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that.
As the people
No
who
one is
spent
saying-
a
no one is
decade and a
saying
half.
he's not a
No,
good
hey, I'm
coach.
not done.
Hold
It's the
on,
same
hold
thing
on.
as the
No one
people
is
who spent
saying
a
he's not
decade and a
good.
half saying that Matt Stafford was the problem on the Lions when you had no team around him, no coach to support him. Look at his numbers. Yes, did he not go far in the postseason? No, he didn't. But it wasn't his fault. It never was his fault. And look at that. The moment he leaves the Lions, he wins a freaking Lombardi. You're telling me that Matt Stafford was the problem? You're the
Los
same type of
Angeles
people who
Rams.
say that
The
Dan
Los
Campbell's the
Angeles
problem.
Rams.
No, you are the problem. Would you like to have Matt Patricia back? I don't think so.
No.
New England doesn't
See,
want Matt
if-
Patricia
if-
back. Come on.
See, and if that should tell you everything right there. And you know what? To piggyback off of Zero's point about Campbell being the best coach that they've had in decades. Hello, Wayne Fonts. I'll say the same about Kyle Shanahan.
True.
I mean, yeah, we've gone to 3 Super Bowls and lost them. Or Jim Harbaugh won 1, and then Kyle Shanahan went to 2. But there has not been a better coach for the 49ers than Kyle Shanahan, who is now entering, if memory serves me right, his 10th season with San Francisco. There has not been a coach there that long and has been that successful since the great George Seifert,
right?
Who was a defensive coordinator. He was a defensive coordinator, and he led the 49ers to 2 Super Bowl wins and took over for the late, great Bill Walsh when Bill Walsh retired after Super Bowl 23. So on that point, Zero, I totally agree. Do we pick on Dan Campbell a lot? Yes, we do. But to repeat, Jim Tom Sula, don't remind me of that. I'll cuss later. Don't remind me of that. You know the word I want to use. Don't remind me, Pizzle. But to repeat Zero's point.
But that's the point. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point of this. Is anybody saying Dan Campbell's not a great head coach? No. Dan Campbell's a fine head coach.
I actually have people who have literally told me to my face that Dan Campbell's a bad coach.
Okay.
Why did they tell you that?
Hold on.
It doesn't matter. Any coach is ripe for criticism, especially when, like Snowman said, if you kick the field goal, you win the game and go to the Super Bowl.
I agree with that.
I'll
agree with that. I'll agree with that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm going to say, though, is if those gambles had paid off, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
This is true.
That's also
he is
true.
So,
also,
he is right.
Let's also.
There's the other. That's the other side of that coin. If they, either way, if they come up either way, if they come up with points on either of those drives, game's over.
Yeah, here's what I would say. Honestly, I think Zero needs to come up with a surname for dumb Lions fans. As you guys know,
oh no.
As you
guys
know, I have what is known as the Moronic Republic of Cowboys Nation.
Yep.
There's also the Midwest Committee of Bear Idiocy.
Yes.
There's the Panther Pinhead.
The sad thing is, Victor, that already exists, and Zero's also a part of that crew. You could call him the Cub. You could call him the Cubs fan.
Oh, Cubdom.
Lord.
What's yours?
All right.
Okay, I've already got it.
Specifically, that's it. I quit.
I've already got it for the Lions. It's the Lion Lane Brains.
The Lion Lane Brains.
No.
What is the one for the Patriots, dog? Isn't like the Parliament of Patriot Punditry or something like that?
Yes, the Parliament of Patriot Punditry.
We got more nicknames for fans as we are well past the hour.
Yes, we need to get
and we need a good God, we need a break. We haven't taken a break since we've been on. We haven't taken a break since we've been on the air. And Deets, it's your fault as always.
We get a break after Matt.
I'm kidding. We did take a break after Taylor was on. But again, Deets, just for the absolute bloody hell of it, I'm blaming you. Why? Because yes, Deets, it is you. I couldn't help that joke. It was sitting right there. Hour two in the news.
It is Deets' fault.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry, your own, what are these things called?
Spices?
Spices, thank you. My brain went bleh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen,
It's
11:07 a.m. and we owe you all an ID. This is the season 12 finale of Snowman in the Morning.
The Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world. This is Snowman Multimedia.
I'm on Alarm Island.
Is that?
You, sir, are a troll.
Hemorrhoid. Lebron. Hemorrhoid.
Ball goes bit to Caleb Williams.
Give me them tots.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
And Father was trying to need to go ahead.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
You had to play that one. You had to play
Dawg.
that one.
He's in every
You
single
had
one.
to play that one.
Yes.
Hey, look,
Yes, they did.
if any old school game heads recognize the music, that is a remix version from the game Outrun that I used.
Yes,
for that.
I remember that.
How much allowance did you lose playing Outrun? Somebody's waiting for us. Speaking of the
about to
arcade,
say, we've got a defending champion to bring in.
yeah, we got a defending champ to bring in, and here we go.
The couches are
The
coming.
Empress
The
is
couches are coming.
here. Good morning, my dear. How are you?
Hi.
The couches are
This,
coming. The couches are
appearance,
coming.
this appearance of the Empress is brought to you by the Tycoon Couch Company.
Excuse me, I'll be right back after my ears reconfigure themselves.
Excuse me, Mr. Alarm Island.
I did nothing of the sort.
Not you, Zero. Not you. Not you.
Zero, you're innocent on this
Jen,
one.
what is bad is in my lore. I actually wrote that line in.
Yeah, and it's in my lore too, whether you like it or not. You're never escaping Alarm Island,
You
buddy.
know that somewhere Paul Revere's goes to say, instead of saying the British are coming, he's saying the couches are coming. The couches are coming.
Before we get Deb we got Deb Whitcas on at the bottom of the hour. Empress, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, hey, I'm out of work early. Bank holiday weekend here.
Nice.
Which
So,
means we can
I
expect two very long
I can
streams
be
over
here.
the weekend.
And
And I'm gonna open them.
season 13 is premiering on Monday. Yeah,
Correct.
Yes, it is.
Correct.
I will be there.
All right.
Oh boy. I got some plans. I got some plans to.
And I got some
extra plans to make.
I got a nickname, Snowman.
Oh no. Let's hear it.
The 8 Mile Congregation for Lion Lunatics.
Now
Yes!
the question is, who's the deacon, Kid Rock or Eminem?
Both.
Right?
It's Eminem.
Both.
It's Eminem.
Kid
It's
Rock.
Eminem. It's not even
Kid
close.
Rock.
It's both. It's they'll share duties.
Wait. Is this supposed to be insulting or is this supposed to be a
Yeah,
compliment?
it's supposed to be
It's
insulting.
Oh, then Kid Rock, 100%.
Deacon Kid Rock.
I can at least give
Deacon
Eminem
Kid
some
Rock,
respect, but Kid
Jesus.
Rock, nah. Kid Rock, you have not been culturally relevant in over a decade. You need to accept that. Oh wait, you can't.
Sig
Yikes.
Diggy is with us, along with A Pizzle, who mentioned a name
Okay.
from 49er past fame, if you want to call it that, who lasted one season as the coach, Jim Tom Sula, and I still get the heebie-jeebies when I hear that name.
You get the Dick
Bacon
Durans.
Primer. Say it again, Victor.
You get the Dick Durans whenever you hear that.
Yes. Jim Tom Sula to the 49ers was Dick Duran to the Bears.
Yeah.
The only difference is Dick Duran led the Bears somehow, some way in 2001 to a division championship. I don't know how in the Vita blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded hell that happened. You know what? I take that back. I know.
Sounds like Pete Carroll with New
Oh,
England.
wait, just a
What do you
moment.
mean-
Just a moment.
What do you mean you didn't know how?
I take that back. I take that back. I know exactly how it happened. And I'll say a name that Victor will understand. Keith Traylor.
Keith Traylor. I mean, you could have Pennywise, coach that team, and they'll make it at least to the divisional round.
Yeah, and then Donovan McNabb showed up at Soldier Field, and the Bears had the number 1 seed. Ain't that a
We
bitch?
know how the Bears made it. Why did the Bears make it there? Because they are who we thought they were. That was that season. That was the same season.
No, actually, the Bears who we thought that was 2000. That was 2006. I'm talking about Dick Duran 2001. Who? I know Rex Grossman was the quarterback in 2006. Who was that? Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith was the coach.
Yes, he was.
Oh, also Snowman.
Yes.
Don told me about the thing later today. Yeah.
Huh? What?
That special that we have planned.
Huh? What? Oh, yeah, that.
Well,
okay.
I just
Hold
had
on.
a little bit. I just had a little bit of an idea.
Oh dear. Let me have it.
I'm making my own executive decision that the special will also be dual streamed on my Twitch.
You're on.
Great. That means you and I got to come up with a special open for both of them.
So it's gonna be on Twitch.
Here's
So
what
we
makes it
have,
worse.
so we
Here's
have,
what
do we
makes
have
it
to watch our language?
No.
After 2 o'clock. After 2 o'clock.
Here's the worst part. Here's the worst part.
What's the worst
I'm
part?
here, which means I'm going to make the opening more chaotic without even trying.
Deeds, you do realize my Twitch channel is 18 plus with the amount of swear words that go off in our
what
chat.
I'm worried about. That's not
What are you-
what I'm worried about.
What are you worried about, Deets? What are you worried about? What are you worried about?
I know how Twitch works.
Look, it's only a
doesn't matter
certain
if you're
couple
18
amount
plus.
of words.
If you say certain words on Twitch, there's no coming back.
It's only a
Fortunately-
couple certain words, and we will inform you of those words. So don't worry.
Before I hit the live button, we'll inform you of what those words are.
Hey,
That's
we've
true.
got a way
Now
with
then,
Alarm
what
Island.
thing are we dunking on next?
Hang on, guys.
Anyway,
Let me do a little
We've got a way
cleanup.
with Alarm
I
Island.
know something we can do on Zero.
Hold that thought.
I already got this. I've been holding this all week.
Go for it, Deets. And I'll give you the camera.
So on Monday, there's a great show. Everybody should go check it out. It is called The Monday Hangover. And it's basically this show, but they talk about movies.
Okay.
And so I always listen while I'm at work because it's a podcast that keeps going, lets me do my work. I don't have to get involved.
Yeah.
However,
they
decided on Monday, because it was Jay's birthday, and happy birthday to Drunk 3PO. But
I love that.
They decided, because Jay's favorite sports movie is Moneyball, they decided to talk Moneyball.
Deeds has been holding this one. Go for it.
I just happened to be in the chat, and I posted some screenshots to Twitter.
Yep.
To prove that I was there in the chat. And so I said to Jay, happy birthday, but this movie sucks. And they went on their rants, and I have to tell this little quick recap. So Jay's on there, Mo Zamboni's on there, who I met in Orlando, talked to him for a while. He's a cool dude. Sevi is on there, that's why Lydia's here, because Sevi bought me this when I was in Orlando. So Sevi was on the show. And then there were two other people on the show, which I have to address. And one of them is, by the way, if you're not a member, if you haven't heard of it yet, look up criticlist.com. Criticless is a great app. It is basically IMDb, but without all the IMDb BFs.
Right.
It's basically you go on, you watch a movie, you go on, you rate it, and you see everybody's comments. You go, you comment on it, you rate the movie. You basically get to be your own critic. That's what it is. Now it was created by this guy,
I'm
Blaine.
game for that.
Now, I have to tell you about Blaine real quick because Blaine was in Orlando also.
All right.
And he happened to be the first person I ran into. Now, him and Beardo were at the table, and I ran into Beardo, and I was talking to him, and I saw a guy next to Beardo with a mustache. I just assumed that was X-Wing.
Oh, no.
And X-Wing wrote The Daughter's Revenge, which I had read on the plane. So I had a 5-minute conversation with this guy, giving him all the things that I loved about the book and talking to him about the book. I talked to this guy for 5 minutes. He didn't say a word. Beardo comes up to me. Hey, do you know who that is? And I'm like, no. And he goes, that's Blaine from Criticless. Yeah, I had a 5-minute conversation with him. He did not mention once that he's not I'm talking to the wrong person. He just let me go. Now, I only bring that story up because that happened in March. 3 weeks ago on Tuesday night's main event on Geeks and Gamers, somebody super chats and says Blaine is just the Temu version of X-Wing. And immediately Beardo throws me under the bus and goes, Blaine goes, there was a guy at MegaCon that I talked to, and Beardo goes, that was Fit Down Sports. And I'm like, Beardo, why am I catching strays in this super chat? So Blaine was on the show with him. There was also another character, and I'm glad Jen's here for this because there was also somebody on the show. Her name is Joe. Joe Rosie was on the show. Now, here, Joe Rosie and I we're going to fight the next time I see Jen. The next time I see Joe Rosie, I'm going to fight her. Here's why. No. So on Sevi's birthday stream, she was playing Among Us with a couple of YouTubers. And they were playing Among Us. And then Sevi said, you know what? It's my birthday. Let's open it up to the chat. So I've never played Among Us. I downloaded Among Us to my phone just to play it for that stream. I get in. I don't even know how the game works. I'm still trying to figure out how to move my character. Like I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. Okay. For all of you in the chat that don't know, Among Us is like hide and go seek, basically. There's one person who's the imposter, and you got to try to figure him out. Meanwhile, the imposter's trying to kill everybody, and you're trying to do all this stuff and fix the ship and all that. So I'm trying to figure out how to move my character. I finally figure out how to move, and I go, oh, well, hey, there's a task up here. Let me try to figure it out. Literally. All right. So for those of you, the point of the game, if you're the killer, is to kill people and not get caught. Okay? Joe Rosie, 5 seconds into the game, kills me. I had no idea. I still had no idea how to play the game. She kills me. And I'm like, okay, she killed me. I'm like, all right, I got killed, but I was like, the imposter killed me in 5 seconds. What the hell? Right after I get killed, meeting, I saw her kill this person, and I'm like, no, I didn't. Joe, you not only killed me, you did it in front of everybody, and got the like. You didn't even do it. Like, I understand if it's stealth, but you didn't even stealthily kill me. Everyone,
he just went right up. He just went right up there and waxed you and let you have it.
My Among Us, because of Joe Rosie, my Among Us playthrough is literally 5 seconds long.
I'm sure this reminds Jen of the one time I absolutely manipulated her into believing I wasn't a killer.
I was about to say that reminds me of the last time I played Among Us with Jen and all of them. I
Oh
was the one that was
boy.
getting murdered
Oh
all the time.
boy.
Yeah, you trying to manipulate me about like.
I succeeded. What are you
Oh,
talking
I
about?
don't know. Danganronpa 2.
I succeeded. What do you mean tried?
Hey,
But
George, what are you
anyway,
doing there?
but
Bubba?
anyway,
Hold on.
Before we
No,
get
you know-
down in a
Before we go any further,
before we get down
just
a rabbit hole,
just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Before we go down a rabbit hole that we're not going to come out of before Deb gets here, this guy.
What did I do?
The first time I had this guy on, and yes, I am horribly picking at you for this.
As long as I get to pick you
called
back
him-
without you getting mad.
Look, Casey, when have you not picked on me? I don't call you my on-screen son for nothing. But to get this one in, first time I had this guy on was hilarious as all get out. We agreed to tape a hockey segment, and this season, we're going to do it all the way through the season. I'll talk to you about it off the air because my schedule is about to go upside down. But I didn't even warn him about the radio stations that we have, and a shout to the stations that we have covering the show today. This man, 5 minutes in, drops an F-bomb, and I'm cracking up.
Yep.
He was so upset with his beloved Florida Panthers.
It wasn't the Panthers.
Oh, it wasn't the Panthers?
It was
Remind me.
that Jets game where there was like 6 goals between both teams. It was
Oh,
Jets
yeah.
Avalanche. It was Jets
Jets
Avs.
Wait,
Avalanche.
okay, hold
Yep.
up.
Jets
What
have-
team?
hold
What's
up.
your team? Now,
My
He's a
team is the
Panthers
Florida
fan.
Panthers.
His
I've
team
been
is-
a Florida
his team
Panthers
is
fan
Florida
for all my
Get
life.
out! Get out! I can't wait to see you guys fail again after getting the Kachuk brother.
Get out of here.
Hey, your personality got a high blood pressure.
Hey,
No.
I
Here,
want to
let me
say
explain.
this.
I'll explain this in one sentence. I'm an Oilers fan.
Oh, that feels even better now. Hold on.
Get this guy out of here! Get this guy out of here!
Oh, gosh. You know what?
Oh, the sting of
Panthers-
McDavid's unsuccess. Oh,
I'll tell you this. With all the sports that I've watched over the past 4 decades, the 2 series between the Panthers and the Oilers were 2 of the best I had fun covering. I also made Droid a promise. Well, actually, I'm going to make it to him right now. Give him this camera. Now, Droid has bugged the absolute daylights out of me, saying, you know what, boss? You need to do more hockey. And I'm already exhausted. And I'm saying, but why? Because hockey is fun and it will test you. His
Yes, it
exact
will.
words. His exact words.
it tests
I
your
did
patience.
one
It definitely
game-
tests your patience.
I did one game last year, was the Blackhawks and the Blues. And then my college schedule went upside down since I got brought in by IU Columbus. And then that fiasco happened. And then I had to readjust my schedule. And then Droid just walked up and said, okay, you're not doing the schedule I set for you. I quit. And he walked off. Anyway, I will make you a promise, Droid. We will do some hockey this year. That's why I'm in the playing state. That's why I'm in the playing state just now. And there is a caveat to that, a good one. It depends on where I am in the country because I'm also learning to be a truck driver. So whenever I have downtime, which I'm going to pray like crazy to have them set it at night, so we can do our segments and then I can do live hockey coverage. So we're going to get it together. Now,
Boss man learning to be a truck driver. American Truck Simulator downloaded on computer 1.
I just have one last thing to say to the Panthers
Dude,
fans.
Give me this camera.
game's a
What
mess.
are you guys gonna do without Bobrovsky? That's all.
What are we going to do without
this-
Bobrovsky? We're going to win a Stanley Cup. We don't need elite goaltending when you got an elite defense. I don't know why you talking. You had Stuart Skinner.
Just a
You had
moment.
Stu Skin. You had Stu Skin. I don't know why you talking. Mr. Choking
I'm
Game
never going to
7.
say anything about
Hold on,
No,
guys.
no.
Move on.
You want to talk? No. You want to talk about bad goaltending? You want to talk about
him? That's how we solve that.
I'm going to say this right now.
You want to talk about bad goaltending? Don't talk about Shane's Bruins.
I'm going to say this right now.
I'm going to kick your ass, Droid.
Victor, go ahead.
Droid is the only person. I love Droid to death, but he's the only person I know that can file a missing persons claim on a glass of milk.
Yo, wake up, bro, you made Brian's wake up alarm.
NHL 94, I'll never forget
94.
it.
We need a break.
NHL 94. Before we go to break, I'll give it. While
Dawg needs a break because he's catching strays.
We're closing out season 12 today, and we're having a whole lot of fun doing it. I'll tell you about the alarm that has been in my head forever. Victor and I used to live together in Gary, Indiana. I came home from a trip with a massive headache, a migraine. He goes to hide in the office and says, I'm going to play some video games. That sumbitch kept waking me up with NHL 94.
It's not my fault the Blues were terrible.
It is your fault.
It's not my fault the Blues
Well,
were
in
terrible.
1994, they did kind of suck
The Blues' history is so bad, they broke a promise to Muhammad Ali.
Right.
We're going to a break.
Deb Whitcas at the bottom of the hour, and we're back with more chaos in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here.
Hey,
I love us really.
Hey, I have a
But Victor, before we get into things,
before we get into things, there's an intro I need to do 2 times.
Push the button. Football freaks, gridiron geeks. Bottoms up. Oh boy. Well, that game sucked. Dr. K, I'm sorry.
Oh, hell no!
Snowman, I'm sorry. Well, that game sucked.
Oh,
Now get out my face, you thirsty bitches.
It's the Pizzle.
Hey, Pizzle is with us. Alex Putnam, the man in charge of the Pain and Game Pick'ems. How are you, my friend?
Hello, everybody. Happy Fantastic Football Friday, everybody.
By the way, before we really get too far into things, the reason why you don't let an Edmonton fan and a Panther fan get in the same room together, because the Boston fans want to catch more strays than Grady Little to even Pedro Martinez in the 8th in 2003 against the Yankees.
Just a moment. Time.
Shut up. You broke a promise to Babe Ruth. Shut up.
Time.
I'm just here.
Go ahead.
We'll get. You know what? I never shoot strays at the Dawg. Even, let me finish my sentence because I know everybody's got a thought here. I never shoot strays at Dawg, even mentioning Tony Graffinino in 2005, or Brad Marchand, or Tuukka Rask, or
no.
Zdeno Chara.
Why'd you have to bring up Marchand? Oh no!
You want me to hand you the Glock with a clip loaded in it?
Listen.
This pretty lady is. If we don't get her in here.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Deb.
Hi, all.
Deb, how are the fights this week?
What?
How are the fights this week?
No fights.
Otherwise known as NFL training camp.
Right? It happens a few times and it just gets a bad rap.
Why is
Hey,
the
Deb, at
NFC
least you're
suddenly the most chill division in the league? When did that happen?
Right?
That is true. Hey, Deb. Hey, now that AJ Brown's gone, your play book is Saquon up the middle. Saquon up the middle. AJ Brown, people!
Which is about. And Deets, you said it last.
Yeah.
Deets, you said it last week. As far as the Eagles go, they cannot have any games where they have no passing yards in the second half of games. That just cannot happen. That just cannot happen.
Meanwhile,
Okay?
I'm gonna just throw another stat out there real quick, and then the Dolphins are just gonna have Malik Willis pass to dead cap, hands off to dead cap.
The Dolphins haven't won anything since A. Pizzle stole Dan Marino's chicken sandwich.
Hey, the Dolphins
have
already won this season. They don't have to pay for 2 of CTE bills.
Yeah, that's Atlanta's problem now.
They don't have to pay for pay for Mike McDaniel's vape tab.
This is true. Let me pay a little homage here while we're having fun here. This pretty lady Deb Whitcas, the 2-time Emmy Award-winning producer. I got introduced to her thanks to Courtney Harden. And I looked up Blonde Blitz, and I said, "The heck with it! I'll try it." Sent her a message. here she is in her third season with us, covering not just the Eagles, but the Rams also, and having a whole bunch of fun doing it. And it took her better half to make a recommendation that she and I team up and work together more. So she's part of the crew.
He heard you in the other room. He was like, "Who was that guy? Like, he's really good. You need to work with him more." And he doesn't talk like that a lot. You know what I mean? So I listen when he gives that, you know, that type of information for sure. But I had a blast that first day. Like we started, and then all of a sudden it was like an hour later, and we just talked all the entire time.
It was an hour later. Yep. Yeah. And Jody was laughing behind me, saying, "Are you still talking?" And I'm trying. You heard her, Deb, and I'm trying my best to stifle my to stifle my laughter. But
we just couldn't stop. It was like we just had the best time.
No.
Hey, Deb might appreciate this joke. The Philadelphia Eagles are doing dirty jobs right now. I'm just gonna say.
Let me keep going.
Funny.
Let me keep going here. Let me keep going here.
Hold on. Here's something funny, because I have to bring this up because you guys talked about it earlier in the week, and I was in the office last week.
Mm-hmm. Shame on you.
So, Shut up, Troy.
Go ahead.
I have something special for you too, but
go ahead, Vicar.
I was watching the Friday episode where Deb was on. Dietz, of course, was talking about the Eagles, and one thing that came up was, well, as long as the defense doesn't spit on anybody, they're fine. The look on Deb's face and the fact the way she was like moving her hands, I'm like, the one thing that's missing in between her hands is Dietz's throat. She wants to strangle him with the screen.
It was such a long time. I mean, granted, it was like the first game of last season, but it seems like it was like 5 years ago that happened.
Yeah.
So at first I was like, "Oh yeah, that happened." Like,
But Pizzle's here Pizzle's here. It happened the first game of the season, but then it happened again.
Yeah,
he did.
They did it again later in the season.
2 times. It
It happened 2 times. It happened 2 times.
Mike McDonald's on fire.
You can't make this stuff up.
You can't
Can't
make this up. Listen, take a look at this crew, folks. We have so much fun each and every day, 5 days a week, 10 a.m. in the morning. We're here with you.
Pizzle.
Then there's this. Thank you, Crasher, for that.
Crasher
for the win. Crasher for the win.
Just a moment. Deb can't be here long because I know she's got an appointment, but we're just paying her some homage today. We'll get into the real football talk next week as teams start cutting down their rosters from 90 to 53.
And we also have picks to make next week.
You know what? The picks are going to be. Listen, the picks are wild. If y'all haven't seen the entire crew together make picks, good Lord, hang on to your seats.
And that one in the top right corner is
this will be my debut year doing it, and I'm going to cause all the problems.
No, you're not. I am.
We're all going to have a share.
You always cause problems. You cheer for the Oilers.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, Mister. I have all the fun with the Conjunct brothers.
I don't want to hear that from somebody who's hasn't won since the 80s.
Just a moment. Both of you. Droid, you need to cool it. And I mean this very kiddingly, because your quarterback at this time is Justin Fields, and Zero, your coach is Dan Campbell. So we put both of them on ice.
About that, Snowman, I have an idea, because I've
Go
had
ahead.
some Chiefs fans say that they're kind of worried. I said, you know what?
Really?
Here's how you fix that.
I ain't
Have
worried.
Justin Fields hold a press conference. And the first thing he says is, I promise I won't throw more than 15 interceptions.
Crasher! We are going to have words, my friend.
I'm about ready to throw my notebook.
Hey, Zero.
Hold on.
Zero.
Guys, hang on just a second.
Zero.
Hang on just a second. This is her time right here. And when she joined the crew and she said, you know what, I'll pick with you. What the hell? I'll do it. I didn't realize that 2.5 seasons later, it would be this wild and this much fun and this crazy, especially when the entire crew is here when
so
especially when Pizzle pops up at the last minute and he says, I want a hand in the picks. And then Dietz just no-sells the heck out of everything.
Yep.
And then
Jen totally beat everybody. I mean,
and-
Jen crushed us all.
yes.
Just put her on the fence.
Listen, I don't listen. This year, I have a rule that I don't do fantasy football. I'm going to change that this year. And if y'all want to be a part of our fantasy football, you got to do it via Patreon because I'm getting a lot of interest, and I'll give those details on Monday.
Oh, one other thing.
This pretty lady here had asked me a question, and I'm half asleep.
Oh no!
And I see Deb's message of, who do I start this week in fantasy football? What?
I don't do fantasy
Right.
a lot.
Right. Deb,
Just
that's
not
when you ask
asking
me.
Jen.
Deb,
She
that's when you
doesn't-
ask me. I've got a fantasy football team.
She
I'm
doesn't.
ready to draft.
She
Oh, yeah?
listen,
I
and
am
she
doing
caught
it,
me off
but-
guard, and I said, "What? I don't do fantasy football." And then later on that afternoon, I will never forget this. I get the message of, "Why didn't I start him in my fantasy football?" Because you messaged me 45 minutes before the game started.
People saying, "Got us again."
But you mean to tell me Deb's
And-
been stuck with me for 2.5 years? Oh my God.
Yep.
No,
Yeah,
you
I'm
mean to
sorry.
tell me? Wait a minute. No. Since I started this, you mean to tell me Deb's been stuck with my crazy ass for 2.5 years?
Okay, I got to bring something
Time
up
is
right quick.
Lied.
I got to bring something
Doesn't it?
I got something because I've already said this before. I think I said in our post production show. Everybody on the panel, with the exception of Droid, basically has a catchphrase in my office that they absolutely love. They recognize all of you. Jen's is, you know what it is.
We can't see it here. We got the
We can't
radio
say
stations
just
with us.
recall.
And then what made Victor nearly die laughing is not only did Jen say it, 30 seconds later, Deb repeated it.
Pizzles is, well, that game bleeping sucked.
I say that a lot.
Dietz has Jesus Christ, or he has put
somebody in the middle of the field.
Yep.
No. Dietz is that's it. I quit.
No, that's Notre Dame.
Snowman.
That was Notre Dame.
Snowman's is his sign off for the bronsexual.
Get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
And Deb's is my favorite. Shut your mouth.
And Dr. K's is, I married a man from.
Oh, Dr. K. Dr. K shut us down. Listen, Dr. K shut us down one morning when the commissioner was here, and all you hear my beautiful wife say is, "I married a man from Chicago, not from the backwoods of Mississippi."
That's when you debuted the commish.
That was the debut.
And we all know
That
what
was
Dawg's
the
catchphrase
debut.
is. And I didn't
Yeah.
know about this until I'm at lunch with a couple friends of mine. And I didn't know people could hear it through my earbuds.
Right.
All someone says is, I'm on our island. Give me them cocks. I'm like, what?
And that's going to be on my gravestone.
It's going to be on. No, the best part. One of the things I love about Deb is sometimes you'll see her with this mug that says, "Bitch, I'm from Philly."
I almost put it out today.
The first time I saw that, I walked out of here and laughed my head off. I ought to have one of those that says, "Bitch, I'm from Chicago." Okay, I need to get one of those.
I'm starting
And-
to wonder if Deb actually led the mob that ran Kevin Petula out of town.
I hope you
Probably.
did. I hope you did. I put that hack out of it. I'm glad you guys got lost that hack.
All right.
The funny thing is, he actually lived. I don't even know where he lives now, but in my family's community.
Wow.
Oh God.
So, and I used to throw eggs in my
And there's a
ex-boyfriend's
chance.
house. So no.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Oh God, we gotta let Deb go because she has to get to an appointment. Deb, my dear, let me throw this camera back at her. Deb, my dear, thank you so very much. Not just for being a part of the crew and doing the picks with us, but thanks for hanging with us for the past 3 years.
so much
It has
fun.
been awesome. We love having you as part of the crew. Can't wait for the picks to get started and
my
for
God.
your
Next week.
insight. I know. Can you believe
Wow. The summer with the off season just flew by.
that? Flew by.
Here we are.
Yeah,
I was in the press box last night for the Rams Chargers game, and I'm like, am I really here? Like, this is amazing. Football is starting.
Speaking of the press box, we're gonna do our damnedest to have the crew in Los Angeles for the Super Bowl. If we don't attack Radio Row, hell with it. We'll find somewhere else and create our own Radio Row.
Sure.
Well, I'm making a declaration now. I'm going to try very, very hard not to break glass on the game so the dog doesn't throw his notebook at himself in the eye.
Oh, he's gonna throw his notebook anyway. Thank you, Deb, so very much. We love
guys,
you.
good to see
We'll talk to
you.
you.
Love
We'll
you
talk
guys.
to you next
We
week when
love
we
you,
do our
Deb.
first
Thanks.
set of picks for
Thank you,
this
Deb.
year. Can you
Yeah.
believe that? We'll see you next
Riding
week, Deb.
birds.
Thank you, dear.
Go Birds.
You gotta be kidding me. Next week starts our picks. What?
Next week?
Yes.
Next week. I thought they started this week.
I think
the college picks start this. The college pick starts this week, and we'll do those.
I'm gonna be terrible at it.
The
I ain't
NFL
picking a
doesn't
thing.
start for 2 weeks.
Wait.
You know what? I quit.
The NFL's after. No, I thought the NFL was before Labor Day.
No, I'm kidding. I am not going to quit
I
yet.
think NFL's before Labor Day.
Nope.
No, NFL's after Labor Day.
Oh,
Okay, so we do have.
We got week 0 and week 1 in college ball,
Yeah, week 1 in college football.
Week 0.
And then you get week 1 in the NFL.
and then you get week 1 in the NFL. I need a breather. Let's take a break and we come back. More wildness heading into hour 3 with the token female take. Shut up. With the token female takeover.
George, I am going to fire a slap shot past your mustache if you sleep.
You could create thunderstorms with your bad thoughts about the Bruins.
Tuukka
Back in
Tuukka Rask. Dear Tuukka Rask, your glove still sucks.
Oh, Brad
Patrice
Marchand.
Bergeron, you
Just a
failed
moment.
his legacy.
Just a moment. Just a moment. Dear Tuukka Rask.
He's going crazy.
He is. Dear Tuukka Rask, your glove still sucks. All these years later. Signed, the Chicago Blackhawks.
Shane goes start clapping like the Joker in the Dark Knight. Like,
Hey, Bruins, how
Back
do
in
you
the
feel?
deuce.
How do you feel having failed Bergeron's legacy?
Shut up. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
Jarrell Jones has no brains. His football acumen is the same capacity as Gun Run's moral capacity.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
That is Uber Fool.
That picture. That freaking picture.
Don't forget Uber Fools.
I'm not taking shit.
Oh, God.
Matt Uber Fools. Matt Uber. Listen,
The man
I want
whose
y'all to
greatest
do
opponent
me
is a timeout.
Hold on. I want y'all to do me a favor. There's a very, very dear friend of mine by the name of Brandon Keeler. He is one of the men in charge of not only the Sports Nuts sports show that you can see 3 times a week, but also the Sports Nuts Network, which is where we're going to be, one of the networks we're going to be airing on in the new season. He just lost his stepdad a couple days ago. So I need y'all to do me a favor and send a lot of prayers to him, because anyone who has lost someone very important to them is going to struggle a lot. And I've been trying to talk to him and get him going again. I know he's on air tonight, but let's just throw a lot of prayers and a lot of good thoughts his way, as this is, from experience, this is a process. And that's saying the least about it. That is saying the very least about it. So, Brandon, we're here for you and with you. All right. Now, back to the craziness. I like that hat of yours. Here, let me throw this guy some love too. I like that old school hat.
Thank you.
They should go back to that logo and never change it again.
Or no, go back to this.
That too. They had a script. They had a font for the Dolphins a little bit older than that. They should go back to that. When they were in the Super, they should use the font that they use at times at Joe Robbie Stadium. It ain't Hard Rock Stadium. It's Joe Robbie Stadium. They should just go.
Still Joe Robbie to me, damn it.
It's still Joe Robbie to me too.
It's still real.
It's still Joe Robbie. It'll always be Joe Robbie Stadium. It'll always be Chicago Stadium.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Exactly.
It'll always be Rich Stadium in Buffalo, New York. I don't care how many billions and billions and billions of dollars they put into that new joint, which is still going to get a snowstorm and a half. It's still Rich Stadium to me. Okay. Oops, I pressed the wrong button here. Go back.
What?
And I needed to do
wrong this. Panthers fan.
A distracted Panther fan. How about that?
I have some water still.
Wait, the Panthers
Bruno.
have fans?
Yeah,
Yes, two of them.
It's me and Fizzle. Hey!
Oh wait, never mind. I was trying to talk crap about the Carolina Panthers, not the Florida
Oh.
Panthers this time.
Oh, gosh.
And Cam Newton?
Don't get us.
Yeah,
Don't get
he's
us
not
started.
he's not a Carolina fan. He's got Dolphins gear on. You think he's a?
No. I heard Panthers. No, I heard Panthers, and I heard you were mentioning Panther fans. I didn't connect the dot that you were talking about Pizzle.
Let's answer a question here.
Sorry, but I think the only type of Panther who has fans is Black Panther.
True.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Rest in peace, chat.
Let's answer a question here in the chat. Damian Hernandez asks with question with Pro Bowl being canceled, do y'all think they will add a week 18? Let me answer that question.
Probably.
They were going to add a week 18 regardless. That's my thought. They were going to add a week 18 regardless. And the fact that they canceled the Pro Bowl, which is a good thing because it sucked. I mean, what happened to the...
They should have never took it away from Hawaii.
You know what?
I mean, how the NFL could have helped with the renovation of Aloha Stadium,
but the NFL's too cheap.
Safety.
Wait a minute, the NFL's too damn cheap. As much money as they make.
The NFL
Zero,
is
hold
cheap.
on.
Oh, next thing you're going to tell me is that water is wet. It's not news.
Well, I'll put it this way.
You know what? Let me do this.
Go
Before we go to the top of the hour, give me this camera. Again.
Yeah, I'm with Pizzle.
Give me this dog on camera. Oh, thank you for that.
I know who that was.
You know what?
I know who that was.
There it is.
I think she just helped me
Look,
open the can
I'm
of...
thirsty. I haven't had a drink for since 1:30.
Well, whose fault is that?
I'm not going to say shit.
Hold on. Let me get through this.
We're on the radio.
Hey, if that's the first time I've slipped up, be proud of me.
Zero, I am
I'll
going
deal
to
with you
get
later.
Atreus to give you one hell of a lecture later.
You can certainly try.
No, I'm going to do that. Let me get through this. The NFL taking the Pro Bowl away, it's about time because it sucked. It got down to flag football, and Pizzle just mentioned a great point.
Snowman?
The NFL themselves could have helped with the renovation. Forget the renovation. Blow the sumbitch up and rebuild Aloha Stadium. That's my thought. The NFL could have stepped in and said, look, we got you. We use Aloha Stadium every year for the Pro Bowl. And the moment they took it out of Hawaii, they screwed it up. Bringing it to the site where the Super Bowl is, and then backing it up 2 weeks to play the Pro Bowl 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, which is stupid to me because now you have players that make the Pro Bowl that are on the Super Bowl teams, and they're scrambling. Then they instituted a rule far too late that if you made the Pro Bowl and you're playing in the Super Bowl, you can't do both. What the hell happened to doing both when you can play the Super Bowl and then wait 3 weeks,
go to this Pro Bowl,
and then you play the Pro Bowl? The Pro Bowl is an exhibition anyway.
Yes,
the Pro Bowl was, and I hate saying was, an exhibition anyway. And I look forward to watching the Pro Bowl every year because it was played where, Pizzle? Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, Hawaii. You know what the NFL should have done, and Roger Goodell's too damn cheap to do it. If I were commissioner of the NFL and there were thoughts about taking the game away from Aloha Stadium, I'd do a 2-for-1, not just for the NFL, but for the University of Hawaii as well. I'd step in and say, we got this, everybody back. I'd attach a bunch of dynamite, blow that sumbitch up, play on another field in Hawaii, because that's the goal of the Pro Bowl, is to get to Hawaii, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every player wanted to go to Hawaii.
Not Orlando.
Not Orlando, not Las Vegas. Honolulu, okay? I mean, Dan Deerdorf. Dan Deerdorf was talking about Brian. Hold on.
Why would you do any of that?
Hold on. Dan Deerdorf said it best when he was talking about one Brian Urlacher. when he said unless there's an injury to inhibited skills, he's going to be going to Honolulu for a long time. He's talking about Brian Urlacher. What happened to that? I'll tell you what happened to that. The NFL got greedy and pulled it. Now, this is just me. If I were a commissioner, I'd go over to Hawaii and say, you know what? We're keeping the Pro Bowl here. Well, how are you going to do that when we got a dilapidated stadium? Stand back. Push the plunger, blow that sumbitch up, bring in the best company that can build Aloha Stadium. I say, you know what? Forget 50,000 fans. Put 70,000 fans in this bitch. Okay? Because people want to go to Hawaii anyway.
You mean to tell me I got to call the blanking renovation? You mean to tell me I got to call the blanking renovation company?
None of that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
It does.
Because I'm old.
You're spending $100 million for an exhibition game.
Yes.
Why not?
None of that makes sense.
Why that? Well, it makes Dietz, you can't. Wait. Hold on.
How would you
Let me make it.
paying $100 million?
Let me make a joke out of this. Let me make a joke out of this. Dietz, shut up with all your logic. You ain't talking logic here. Okay?
Like I said, you mean to tell me that I gotta make a phone call? You mean to tell me I gotta make a phone call to the blanking renovation company?
I got Dietz to smile. I got Dietz to smile. That's all I got Dietz to smile. That's all I wanted. But I am not the commissioner of the NFL, so I can't fly over to Hawaii on a private jet and tell everybody stand back. I'll blow this sumbitch up and all that kind of stuff. They took away the game because it sucked. Period. Are they going to recognize the players that made the Pro Bowl? Yeah. But, and I'll leave this right here, and I'll leave this question to the fans. What do y'all think the reward should be? Let me know your comments down in the chat. That's Snowman's take. What's yours?
Unfortunately,
a few minutes.
The only good thing about the Pro Bowl, uniforms.
The only good thing about the Pro Bowl, they took the games away.
The only problem
The only thing good about the Pro Bowl is that it ended. All right.
Okay, hang on. Something I gotta say is while I've waited on this. Crasher, even if I am one, at least I'm not as thirsty as a bronzexual.
Fair enough.
This is true.
I'll say this. For anything that's to make it
I did not need to be told that.
The problem
Dietz, you're right. Dietz is right though about wasting $100 million on an exhibition game.
I'll tell you right now. I'll justify it. I'll justify it.
Okay.
Tell the University of Hawaii they can.
Ouch! Say excuse me, Jen.
I'm gonna say it like this: there's no love of the game anymore, so unfortunately, games like that don't matter.
Yeah. Like I said,
it's all about money now. So
it is.
We need a break.
Which is what BGS has been teaching me the last couple of years. We need a break. When we come back, Mike Drop Moran will join us. Snowman in the Morning, hour 3. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Cause we take this job so serious.
And Father O'Shaughnessy need to go to hell. That's what he needs.
What did Father O'Shaughnessy do?
I quit. We're done here. I'm done. We're out of here.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Came up with that. Just don't ask, okay?
Don't do it.
I'm not. The only thing I'm going to ask is, are you sure we're going to have time to get everything in today?
We're going to try. We're going to
Okay.
try.
Good news is there's only 12. Good news is there's only 12 of them to pick.
You know what? You brought up a good point. Let me do this. ID is now 8 after the hour. We owe you an ID. This is the season 12 finale. Can you believe it? Of Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world, this is Snowman Multimedia.
To all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters.
Well, that game sucked.
I am cute.
Yes, you are.
You tripping.
Who told this lie?
Shut up.
Darrell Jones has no brains. His football acumen is the same capacity as Gun Run's moral capacity.
Bizzle, I swear
Bizzle.
one of these days I'm gonna come over there.
No, you won't.
Oh, you won't.
Because
You won't do that, Jen, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
You'll be too busy getting compliments to do anything to Pizzle.
True. The funny thing is that a while back, I think I told this story before. One of our favorite YouTubers, Chisel Dias, he was having his 1 million subscriber stream, and I just threw like a super chat in there, and all of a sudden, I see Pizzle respond to me, and I'm like, who else knows that name? Who else knows Vikalaah? Who else knows that name?
Vikalaah.
Oh, it's Pizzle. I was like, who else knows that
Goodness. All right. One more thing to do.
Okay.
And the WNBA has pissed me off.
Again?
Oh,
boy.
I'll explain why.
Woman of the hour, woman with the power too sweet to be sour.
Aw.
Alison Moran.
Blowing in from the windy city of Chicago.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Yay!
Yep. Is all here. Now, while we're having fun, I can't believe this pretty lady has been with us as long as she has. As we're closing the 12th season of Snowman in the Morning. Which is wild because I was doing this show at Starbucks and my microphone fell apart twice. And then I get a phone and I tell Allie, call me on the phone. I'll wire you into my mixer. That fell apart. And I was like, what the hell can I do here? Fortunately, there was a Radio Shack across the street downtown. So I ran across the street, got the wire I needed, came back, got through Allison's call, and then that fell apart. I went through 3 sets of wires in 90 minutes with this pretty lady. But you know what? She stuck around with us. We covered the Chicago Sky for 4 years. We're both cohorts of the WNBA and women's sports. And Allie, I love you dearly. Thanks for being a part of the crew. We love you. It's been great, and I'm looking forward to what you bring to us for the next season. I really, really am. I mean it.
Same here. Same here. It's always been an adventure. It sure has been fun. I love all of you guys. You are like my brothers and sisters, and I'm really looking forward to year 13. Lucky 13.
Yep. 13th season begins on Monday.
Yeah.
Yep. Our 13th season. I can't believe it begins on Monday. And this is all off of an idea. Someone dared me to get my opinions out there. I said, all right. So I started doing it. I started doing the show in the afternoons. And then that fell apart. I handed it off to somebody and he took it and ran with it. God bless you, Alvin Washington. He ran with it for 4 years until his untimely death, and he had to step away for all of his health problems. God bless you, Vinny. We miss you. So I said, you know what? Yep. I'm going to compete with the big boy. I'm going to do my show in the morning. My mother, bless her sacred heart, my mother said, there's no way you'll be able to compete in the morning. I said, oh, yeah, watch this. So the following Monday.
Damn thing is, man. There it is. And you called me about that.
I did. Dawg was my first call. And I said, hey, Dawg, what do you think about me doing a show in the morning? His next 3 words were, go for it. All right, you're on. So I went and got a small mixer, which I have right here. And I had a laptop and I had my headset microphone. I had a chair in front of me. I put the laptop on top of the chair. And off to the races we went, because I had a mixer that input went into the computer, came out of the computer, back into the mixer, and it wires everything through. And that's how you guys are hearing it right now. I said the hell with it. I went with it. And I did it for an hour. And then a friend of mine said, why don't you extend it? Like, I don't have the money to extend it. He says, think about it. The money is going to come as long as you're consistent, which I got to give this man props right here. And I have a title for you, Mr. Pizzle.
Oh, I know what it is. And I've been told to keep quiet about it.
I told Dawg to keep quiet about this, but you are now our director of compliance.
Ooh.
Which means you get the schedules that we approve, and you hold us to them.
Okay.
Because you've been on me about consistency, and thank you for that. Even on day, and I'll tell this funny story. Pizzle got to me one day. Somebody's been called. Pizzle got to me one day when I was sicker than a dog. I was laying in bed with 102-degree fever, and I could not move. My wife couldn't even get me to move. So Pizzle sends me a message, and he's like, so no show today, and there better be a good reason. I said, Pizzle, 102 degrees.
That'll do it.
And Pizzle said, yep, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
And I've had health problems lately. I've been completely overwhelmed and trying to get my CDL license and helping to take care of my family. And Pizzle, I hope you understand. I've been just so focused on that. And I see your comments. Do they make me mad? No. But at the same time, as I said, I've been overwhelmed and finally getting my CDL permit. I finally have that. I got a spot in the class. So everything is going to be good from here on out. So Pizzle, Alex Putnam is now our official Director of Compliance for Snowman Multimedia, and that is effective immediately.
Yay!
Let's go.
Welcome to the team, Pizzle. And you better do some Dolphin games this year, man.
Yeah, I'm planning on it next Sunday.
Why do we want to make him
against
miserable?
Vegas?
Okay.
All right.
I'll see.
Why do we want to make
might
him
see
miserable and make
Pizzle.
him watch Dolphins?
I might see Pizzle week 2 when the Dolphins come to Levi's Stadium.
49ers.
But if you want to dual stream that, let me know and we'll set everything up. All right.
I have a question for Allie.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So it's actually a two-parter. One, how did you enjoy this round 2 between the war between the Red Line? And that's a long shot. It's a very long shot because there's a lot of good teams. What happens if you see it one more time in October?
Oh my God. You know what? If that happens, Victor, I will answer that question for her. Allie and I are doing all 7 games. Period.
Let's do it.
I'll be in the truck.
Or buts. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If there is a Red Line World Series, which would make me jump up and down, make Allie jump up and down, my dad, my granddad, Zero would just lose his mind.
Right?
Zero would just be begging me, please let me on, please let me on. Shut up, sit in the back of the bus. But
what did I do such a stray this
Hey,
time?
I'll be in the truck working.
You'll be.
I have actually done Red Line games. I've done the Cubs in the afternoon and the Sox at night. Yep. I have done that in my career. It's been pretty intense.
It is.
And I call that the Armageddon. That's the Armageddon World Series. Everybody get right with God.
Yeah.
If that series happens,
it's going to be if the Cubs and the White Sox. And listen, I'll say it again about the White Sox. This is the 4th youngest team in the majors. They're not supposed to be competing like this, according to all the pundits. I was the only one here when we did our preseason special, and Dawg and Victor can back me up, that said the White Sox will have a chance to win the Central Division. And everybody thought I was crazy. They're 2.5 games clear of Cleveland. They got a big series starting this weekend, and then one behind that. But if there is a Red Line World Series, I am going to drive to Chicago, find a spot. My wife does not like baseball, but she's coming with to get all the benefits, i.e. food. And by the way, she loves Giordano's pizza now.
Oh, good.
She's hooked.
I have a great hookup. I'll take you guys to Giordano's. So yes,
she loves Giordano's. She drove my daughter to Chicago to get her wedding dress because my daughter's getting married in New Orleans in March. Cheyenne's getting married, which makes me a blithering mess because I'm going to be crying walking her down the aisle in New Orleans. And I come back and I'm sitting here in studio working on some things, and all of a sudden I see this box in front of me with very familiar cursive writing, and she plops it in front of me and says, "That's for you." Yeah. Needless to say, those 2 slices she gave me were gone within 5 minutes.
Question is, what was on them?
You dare ask me a question like that?
Yes.
I'll say it the Chicago way. And Allie, you're going to get a kick out of this. Sausage.
Yeah, Bubba.
Sausage. Sausage.
I'm going to teach you how to like spinach and mushroom. Deep dish.
I've had that. I've had that.
It's delicious.
It is delicious.
And somewhat healthy.
But this is my wife we're talking about, who knows me.
Yeah.
This is my wife. Well, I'm going to start eating better beginning September 1st. I want to close this out with a bang, okay? And what we have done today here on the show is just throw lots of love to everybody that has been here, everyone that hangs out with us on the show. You especially, Allie, because Allie had one of the line of all lines, and I have to find it. In talking about one Kennedy Carter, Allie looked at this camera with it. Here, give it this camera.
With a serious face.
Allie looked at this camera with a straight face and said,
"Sign the bitch."
You said, "Keep the bitch," which tore us up. Tore us up. I haven't been able to find that clip for the life of me, but I'm going to keep digging for it. I think I know where it is.
You got another one now.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm wearing the same outfit, and I have better hair now. So keep this one.
Yeah, there you go.
Sign the bitch. Talking about Kennedy Carter.
Talking about Kennedy Carter.
Yeah.
Speaking of bitches, Kathy Engelbert, what the hell are you doing? Come on, the
Why
joke
are you
was
asking
right.
a question that has no answer?
The joke, because the joke was right there. Okay.
Yeah.
True.
All right.
True.
Let's get serious and talking about the W. Who is your favorite for most valuable player?
You know, I've got to go Asia Wilson. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care how you slice it. I'm going Asia Wilson. Wouldn't this be her fifth?
It would be her fifth.
Yeah. Oh, and she is still worth it. That's my. I take it you have another idea in mind.
Nah.
Nah.
Really. As much.
No.
Listen, I've been convinced, and Dietz started this ish by looking me dead in the eyes and said, "I don't care what you say, Snowman. Asia Wilson's the best player in the game. I bow to thee because he is correct."
Yes.
I mean, I love what Caitlin Clark and the Fever are doing. They're steaming toward a championship, but the best player in the game is Asia Wilson. Period. Point blank. End of story.
Yeah, there are very few two-way players like her, and that's where she sets herself apart from the rest of the players.
Yeah, and I dare you to take it in the paint against her. That's all I'm saying. I dare you to. The only player that's been able to scare the bejesus out of Asia Wilson is Aaliyah Boston.
There's that, yes.
I capitalize the word only because those two former teammates go at it every time they play each other, which is fun for me.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun for the fans to watch a couple of low post players in the W. How about that? Just going at it. Okay.
Just ask Angel. Just ask Angel Reese.
Nah.
Now, boss.
Just ask Angel Reese. Angel Wilson can block your shot without even trying.
You mean Demon Reese?
True. Now, boss, before somebody leave,
we
need to do one more thing.
No,
I'm not talking about that. That's for 2:00. I'm talking about give her the camera real quick.
That I can do. Go with it.
Actually, because someone else was leaving, I'll give Allie her props in a minute, but someone else had to leave first.
Oh. You mean this pretty lady?
Go ahead. Yeah. Jen.
Now you see, I was saving this for a little bit later, but Empress, you kind of forced my hand a little bit.
Hey, if you want to save it for later, you can save it for later.
No, you said you had to go AFK soon. I know you got things you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
But
you better be back at 2:00.
I will
not
be.
Just
I will
that,
be.
not just that.
I
But
think I'm going to be having dinner around now.
Okay.
Not just that, but bringing you in here as not just the picks, but the one to help run the arcade now and everything that you've done. It's been a gold mine to have you on. I mean, once again, the influence of Taika has come over here. We've influenced things in Taika. God help me with the Alarm Island BS. But
no, God help me with what in the all types of blue hell.
Yeah.
That started it. And now all of a sudden, everything else has kind of gone back and forth. It's been more of a two-way player than Shohei Ohtani.
Yes.
I mean, what about you, Mr. Hemorrhoid LEBRON?
That's going to be on a T-shirt. That's going to be on a T-shirt, I'm sure.
That's going to be on the bump.
I like that.
That's going to be a bump back if I got anything to say about it. Go on, Dawg.
But honestly, Jen, again, knowing you as long as I have, from the days of when we were doing our thing Inspired, to everything else that's gone on, and now having you here, it has been nothing short of a joy to bring you into this, have your influence into this show. So, again, season 12 has been magical, and I can't wait to see what heat you bring for season 13.
I can't wait to see.
What?
Pizzle.
Shut up, Pizzle.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
What did Pizzle say?
Pizzle said put you on the fence.
Oh wait, I'm a week early. I'm
Pizzle.
I'm sorry.
Pizzle.
But still, that
Pizzle.
Oh, Lord. For our radio stations, you don't need to know what's going on.
No, you don't. I'm not going to describe that for our radio station.
We don't need to Ken Squire it.
And thanks to the radio stations that have hung out with us the past 12 years, we appreciate you guys. This lady here, off of an idea, I said, Dawg brought me the idea. Said, "Can you bring Jen in for a minute?" What the hell? And then everything just went up about 500 notches.
A minute turned into almost a full season.
A minute has turned into two full. A minute has turned into 2 full seasons.
Actually, no, just one season.
Just one. Okay.
I first
My
came in at the
brain
season 11 finale.
My brain hurts.
That's funny though.
That's
that
when she came.
Because of that, and I ended up meeting these crazy people, and now you've dragged me into this nonsense, and I'm going to make it even worse for the rest of you.
No, you're not. You're gonna make this fun. You're gonna make this fun for the rest of us.
Zero, you are going to bring so much laughs and entertainment here. You don't even know.
Hey, it takes the load off of me being the comedian.
You're a comedian? That's news to me.
Everything went up 500%. The wardrobe budget.
Dawg is already the comedian. Tuukka Rask is his favorite goalie. If that tells you something.
Yeah, that tells me everything I need to know.
Oh my god! The wardrobe budget went up. The wardrobe budget increased 2,000%.
And to make Allie and Victor smile, Bickle and Boland. That's all I can say.
Not only has the budget gone up 2,000% with her wardrobe, I ain't got my card back yet.
And you ain't getting it back anytime soon because I have a special anniversary stream to prepare for soon.
Damn it! All that.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing about Jen.
And what's that?
One of my favorite memories of hers, and I already told the story a couple times before, was we started to really push to promote Jen's Twitch stream.
Yes.
Again, why do you guys do that?
And
by the way, make sure you follow her on Twitch, twitch.tv/.
There you go. Well,
that's it. Zero. Zero.
Leave me out of this. This is your problem.
No. I'm making it your problem now.
Victor,
I'm making it your problem now. Send me to a Monokuma punishment.
No.
So she
Victor,
started
go on.
panicking and saying, "No, don't do that. I am just a pretty little VTuber. I don't know anything about sports." Then she beat us in the picks, and we know how that worked out. But
you know what? Let me chime in on that really, really quick, and I'm gonna give her the camera here. This pretty lady, I don't know anything about football. Then she kicks our asses in the picks. Yeah, that's a. You know what? Give me this button.
That's a lie.
Give me. You know where I'm going. Her not know anything about sports.
That's a lie.
It really isn't a lie.
But here's
30 years covering football.
Yep.
And this rookie kicks my ass.
But here's the funny thing. Right? So we start really.
That's a drop. That's a drop.
I'm
and
on
I'm
the floor.
cutting it today. That's a
I
drop.
fell out. I'm done.
Here's the funny
I'm
thing.
on the floor. I'm
That's
done.
a tech. That's a tech.
Here's the funny thing.
That's a flagrant.
We're all like pushing for Jen's Twitch stream, and she's like, "No, stop it now."
Damn it.
And then I put in every new person who follows the Twitch chat channel has to put in hashtag we came to see the cute queen.
Is this when I yelled out, "I hate all of
Yes.
you"?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
She bounds away. Her character model bounds away, and we're sitting here laughing. All you hear is, "I hate all of you." And then I look at Dawg and I say, "Dawg, I'm gonna get hit with a couch again."
I'll recreate that in full body one day if you want.
That'd be fine.
If you do that, I will cut it and make it a drop immediately. Allie, do me a favor. Since we're talking about making a drop, the line you just said about all these years in football, would you say it again, please?
30 years of covering football, and this rookie kicks my ass.
Not my fault. I have to look at the draft.
I'm sorry, Allie, but I gotta be like the WNBA refs. Tack.
That's a flagrant too.
And that's to you.
I looked at Dawg and I said,
Probably get
"Dawg."
kicked out of the game.
Bro, what?
Boss, end it now. You got nothing else. End it.
Hold on.
Down.
I talked to
Turn
Dawg
down
and I
before we
said,
start talking about the Browns again.
There's no way. There's no way we can keep going after
Alison
that.
Moran, the triple double of mic drops.
Why do you think we gave her the nickname? Victor, finish your story, please.
So I looked at Dawg and I said, "Dawg, I'm gonna get hit with a couch again, am I?" He looks at, "We all gonna get smacked by the damn couch."
Look, I got two of them here in my house.
Right.
Guess who's throwing them at me? Oh my
We're done here.
God.
There's nothing else.
There's nothing left.
LEBRON.
We have closed season 12 on a very high note because of this pretty lady here, because of this young man here, this young man here, also this empress here,
who just got
this
called.
this guy right here who's just
Lydia?
Look, he's letting Lydia take over.
Yep.
And then there's the three of us. Then there's 2 or 3 of us idiots in the background here too.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Three
Allie,
stooges in the background.
We can't live without Victor.
Oh man.
In the
I mean, we could leave out Don, but he won't let us.
Zero, shut up.
No, you're a Bruins fan. You
Hold
shut
on.
up.
I'm sorry, but you telling Zero of all people to shut up?
Do you know how impossible that is?
Yeah, we know because you're an Oilers fan.
We're talking.
I don't want to hear
Hang
it.
tight, you guys. Guys, this is all gone. This is
season
Time.
from the
Time.
sidelines
Time
like we
out.
did last year.
Moot him.
Time.
Moot him.
Let me get Allie out of here. Allie, this is all gone to hell and back, but we love you. Thank you so much for being part of the craziness. Promise next week we'll take care of business, and we got to make pick next week also, but thank you so very much for being a part of this 13th season on the way next week. Can't wait to see and have all the fun with you. We love you, darling. Thank you so much.
Love y'all. See you next
Allie.
week.
Appreciate you.
Aw.
You have
Man.
got to be kidding me.
If this is how we're ending,
You
the
have got
season,
to be
oh
kidding
my
me.
God.
I got nothing.
I got nothing left.
I got nothing else.
The tank is empty.
You got nothing like the Toronto Maple Leafs.
And I need a dip because my dinner is ready.
Agreed.
I'll see you
Agreed.
Go.
We can agree on that.
Go, Jen, go.
I'll see
We'll
you
see you in 90 minutes.
We'll
We'll see y'all in 90 minutes. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. You want to talk? You want to talk about a team that is wasting the potential of their captain? Look no further than the Maple Leafs and Austin Matthews. How do you waste talent like that?
Look at Mitch Marner.
Let's not even get started on what they did with Mitch Marner.
Wait, you said how do you waste talent like that? Look at McDavid.
I can go all day.
How do you waste talent like that? It's pretty simple. Look up a YouTube special from our favorite YouTuber, Urinating Tree, that talks 45 minutes about the Toronto Maple Leafs and then backs it up. Just a moment. And then backs it up with a damn near hour-long video about the Vancouver Canucks.
You want to talk about wasted potential? Taylor Hall.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
Before we end up running out of airtime.
I know. I don't want to relive the decade of darkness. Please, no.
What? Like, you don't want to like Shane's voices in his head.
Y'all
don't
make
want to
me feel
relive
like Randy Orton
at
here.
Zero. You don't want to relive the last years at Northlands Coliseum? That answers my question.
Anytime we mention Tuukka Rask, Maine gets a severe thunderstorm warning.
Boss, we have 90 minutes.
That's
before
season
that.
12, folks.
Get me out of here.
In a nutshell. Hi. Thank you, Pizzle. Thank you, KZR. Thank you, Dietz. Thank you to everybody that has joined us in 95 minutes, an uncensored special. We just talk mess for as long as we can.
And make picks for the college football season for week 0 and week 1.
We might do that early and just save the rest of the time just to have fun with each other. Except Shane, he's a Tuukka Rask fan and a Bruins fan, so that should tell you everything you know there.
That's all you need to know.
But
damn it all.
There's the fact.
Then you have the New York Jets.
Then you have the New York
Jersey
Jets. I think that's going to be the bold.
I thought the Dolphins were the most irrelevant franchise in the AFC East. Then you look at the Jets and realize, you guys are a Super Bowl team compared to them.
Hey, we're still perfect. We're still perfect.
Damn.
Have a great weekend. I got to make some tea for the wife. Have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. Look at this crazy bunch. We've done it for 12 years, heading into season 13. We know you can too. God bless you, and we love you.
I'm on the fence.
No, you're not. Unless the fences is never mind. So long, everybody.
God help.
So our uncensored special has now become a birthday roast. Happy birthday!
Nope,
Sarah.
I'm out. Screw y'all.
We'll see y'all in 90 minutes for the uncensored special. So long, everybody.